Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Vi Business presents Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. Media partner CNBC-TV18.
Welcome to our first episode of Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf, a series presented by Vi Business, the enterprise arm Vodafone Idea Limited. Vi Business has a vision of creating world-class digital ecosystem to help connect and inspire every Indian business to leverage the ever-transforming business landscape. With the purpose of enabling businesses of all sizes to manage uncertainties that come with growth, Vi Business helps them be ready for next. And to talk more about that and set the ball rolling for the 13th edition of Vi TeeWalk, here is Rorik Kaushal, Executive Vice President, Mobility, Marketing and Capability, Vi Business.
Thank you for having me, Shibani. A warm welcome to our viewers at the Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. It's a beautiful day here at the Prestige Golf Shire, Bangalore, as we kick off the 13th edition of Vi TeeWalk. Vi TeeWalk is a prestigious golf event across 3 cities, which brings together leaders on a shared passion of golf and all things business. 18 holes, teams of 4, the Texas Scramble format is unique to Vi Business. I will also like to talk about the Executive Turf panel discussion. This format brings together business leaders talking about emerging themes critical for Indian businesses. With this, we kick off the 13th edition of Vi TeeWalk.
The company is committed to deliver delightful customer experiences and contribute towards creating a truly digital India. And to shed light on this and more, I have with me Mr. Ravindra Thakkar, Chairman, Vodafone Idea Limited. Hi, Mr. Thakkar. Thank you so much for joining us. Give us an understanding of how Vodafone Idea Limited, the foundation of the business is built on the relationship that kind of pans across businesses of all sizes for you.
Great. First of all, I want to welcome everybody to the 13th edition of the Vi TeeWalk.
Thank you.
As you said, we've always had a very good relationship with all our customers, and it's mostly based on engagement with them. This is ongoing engagement and rigorous engagement that we do. And the Vi TeeWalk is another platform to continue that engagement going forward. You know, most of the business leaders who are going to be playing in this event today have been very, very successful in their business. They have done great work every day in their work lives. They have the strategy, the determination, the focus to win in their business life. But what we find is that when we bring them out to this tournament here, not only the fact that they have to apply all of those skills in participating in this event, but at the same time, they get to do it with other business leaders. They get to do it in a team format. And most of all, they got to have a lot of fun. And this is a great engagement event with all of them every day.
Thank you so much. I think you've brilliantly set the context for our episode today. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Well, partnerships, as we know, help you swing challenges in your favor. And for the same, I would now like to bring in Mr. Akshay Mundra, CEO, Vodafone Idea Limited, to share his view on the partnership philosophy at Vodafone India Limited.
For Vodafone Idea, partnerships has been always a crucial part of its strategy. Our unwavering endeavor over the years has been to forge alliances with well-known partners and the relevant partners, both domestically and internationally, which has helped us in fortifying the offerings to both our retail and business customers. I would say that the business or the enterprise segment has been a very strong pillar of the overall Vodafone Idea offering. And I would owe this to our long-standing relationship with our large base of business and enterprise customers.
Okay, how do you envision expanding your services basis the evolving needs of your enterprise customers, and also what are the strategies that you have in place to kind of strengthen your partnerships?
I would say our planned expansion of services beyond connectivity has seen very good traction over the years, and we continue to work with multiple partners to expand our offerings which are relevant to our enterprise customers. If I were to give you a few examples of what we've done in the recent past, we have in the last 1 year partnered with Fortinet to offer Vi hybrid SD-WAN services. We have also developed a IoT platform which we call as the Vi Business IoT Smart Central, which has been developed in partnership with 60 technologies. And I'm proud to say it offers a very efficient way for our customers to manage their IoT assets and control and monitor them centrally.
Well, it was great talking to you, Akshay. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Now, join us as we delve into the world of seasoned industry leaders ready to embark on an exhilarating journey through the competitive landscape of golf. Amid strategic moves and camaraderie, the golf course evolved into a vibrant networking hub. The spirited game of Texas Scramble not only ignited their competitive drive, but also undeniably promoted a surge of connectivity and collaboration among all participants. Amidst the thrill of competition, CEOs and CXOs added a dash of fun to the event with a rapid-fire off-the-course segment, sharing witty insights into their golf-playing styles.
Golf teaches you to be competitive. We saw that on the course today. We were very competitive amongst all of us, and yet we did a great job.
Golf is a great leveler. The moment you start looking at how others are playing, you mess it up. So when you're competing with others without positivity, you get messed up. So I think that's something that golf teaches me, and I take that to the corporate world.
The two strategies is always take your bets, calculated bets, and second is be on time, be at your task, focus on your task, get it done, and then move on.
So, when it comes to your professional life, do you consider yourself to be a putter or a driver?
Driver.
Great. How about you?
My job doesn't allow me to be a putter. Has to be driver.
I'm always a driver.
Nice.
It's been always a pleasure to host lovely customers. Probably a putter. And that's because, our business, it's all about, how many deals you can close. So it's the closest that comes to putting.
Vi Business presents Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. Media partner CNBC-TV18. Vi Business presents Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. Media partner CNBC-TV18.
Well, we now enter the most interesting segment of today, which is the Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. Now, the Executive Turf is a platform for business leaders to exchange ideas, discuss pertinent industry trends and new opportunities for Bharat, rather the India Inc. to build the Bharat growth story. Now, the Bharat growth story is businesses penetrating the tier 2 and 3 cities. With India taking a leap from being a technology adopter to becoming a technology leader in the recent years, its growth story has been partnered by businesses that are catering, adopting new and emerging technologies. And to shed light on this and more, we have with us Arvind Nevatia. He is the Chief Enterprise Business Officer at Vi Business India. Hi Arvind, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Swati, for having me.
Great. Let me begin by first understanding from you, your thoughts as to how you envision the next decade panning out for India growth story, rather the Bharat growth story.
You see, India is not, Swati, the fastest or one of the fastest growing economies just like that. I think there's a lot of work, there's a lot of action happening. Right. And at Vi Business, when we interact with different customers and we are able to have a ringside view to what's happening at different boardrooms, right. I see three themes emerging. The first, clearly, there's a host of government initiatives, whether you talk about the PLI scheme, the Make in India, the Gati Shakti, the ONDC for e-commerce. So people are thinking, okay, how do these schemes affect my industry, my category? Yeah. As an organization, what do I do with it? Is it a threat? Is it an opportunity? Yeah. So that's clearly one area of conversation. Right. The second, as growth comes into the second tier of cities, tier 2, tier 3,
there is a clear Bharat story emerging.
Right.
More and more companies, whether large or even SMEs,
Yeah.
are thinking about what is my Bharat strategy, what is my geographic expansion strategy.
Yeah.
And geographic expansion impacts your business model, your distribution infrastructure.
Absolutely.
You might have needs for digital transformation which you've never thought of before,
Yeah,
right?
overall strategies, of course.
Absolutely. And the third piece, which I think is interwoven with the first two, is if all of this is happening, what is the role of digital transformation?
Absolutely.
Terms like Industry 4.0, thinking about solution architectures, these are not boardroom buzzwords anymore. I think we are past that hype cycle,
Yeah.
and I think these are becoming more and more real. So these, I think, are a heady mix of factors which makes the business world very exciting at this point of time.
Absolutely. I couldn't help but notice the prominent display of Ready for Next. So what is Ready for Next?
So Ready for Next for us at We Business, I would say it's our ethos, it's our mantra that we partner with our customers.
Right.
We figure out ourselves what do we need to do to stay relevant and help our customers be ready for next.
Lovely. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Arvind, and all the very best for all your future endeavors as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, with rapid technology adoption and massive infrastructure developments, India is poised to be at the center of next phase of growth. While India's Tier 1 cities have long dominated the global markets, the country's Tier 2 and 3 cities are fast accelerating towards becoming the next big hotspots. The role of digital transformation, use of new technologies and unlocking the Bharat business model is the need of the hour. And well, to further fuel the conversation around this, we have with us some very eminent industry leaders who will unravel all these exciting challenges and opportunities that lie ahead for the business leaders. Please join me in welcoming Arvind Nevatia, who is the Chief Enterprise Officer for We Business. We have with us Hemant Malik, he's the CEO of ITC Foods. Varun Berry is the Executive Vice Chairman and MD for Britannia. And of course, we also have with us Srinivas K, he's the MD for India One Payments. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us today. Now, in the current scheme of things, I think it is pretty evident and it is undeniable that the next wave of transformation for the India Inc. is going to be through, setting up operations in Tier 2 and 3 cities. My question to you, Srinivas, Varun and Hemant, is that, do you see this as one of, or rather the biggest opportunity for your business in the coming decade? And where do you see Bharat fitting in all of this? We'll start with you, Srinivas.
Well, thanks. We are, our business is actually right centered, right in the middle of Bharat. We operate in predominantly in Tier 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 6. I think what's changed dramatically in the last, I would say about 5 to 6 years, is the emergence of the JAM, the Jan Dhan. It started off sometime around 2013-14, followed by the emergence of Aadhaar, and of course the mobile internet penetration, coming up. And on the back of things like UPI and so on and so forth, you actually suddenly see then there is a big digital revolution which is obviously happening out there in the rural market.
Varun, your thoughts on this?
So we are the poster childs of Tier 2, Tier 3, right down to whatever you may count.
Yeah.
So our products, we sell to rural, we sell to all the tiers, and yes, it's been a clear agenda for us to go down the pop strata, but I don't think it's changing things as much as for us as it would for other folks, because we've really focused on getting our products into all of these outlets. And today our products are available in 6.5 million outlets. When you talk to someone outside India, they say, wow, that's the population of our country.
That's a great number.
So, so we focus on that, and yes, this whole digital revolution as it stands is only going to help us.
How about you, Hemant? Do you actually see this as the biggest opportunity for your company?
The big change that I see is a shift in aspirations. Right? Aspirations are getting democratized. It is not only limited to Tier 1 and 2 cities. The same aspirations exist in the Tier 3, Tier 4, thanks to media, thanks to, I think, connectivity, thanks to digital connectivity. Right. They see the same ad, they see that they have the... So therefore, now it is the onus on us is to make sure that our products can reach there. Thanks to a lot of infrastructure development, which is taking place across many of some of these, the so-called Bharat states. I think South had already had that advantage, but now it's happening in the northern states. And it's a big opportunity, and I think it's important for all of us to make sure that what best we can do with this.
Right. You know, at this point, Arvind, I want to bring you in. Like, you know, he spoke about digital connectivity and about, you know, the infrastructure also coming up now. Now, where does the role of digital transformation fit into all of this, and how do you kind of foresee connecting and engaging with your customers in a country as large as India?
Yeah, absolutely, Swati. So if you look at the tier 2, tier 3 markets for us, telecom as an industry, and of course Vodafone Idea, we are an industry which is more than 100% penetrated anyhow. So we have been historically in the lowest markets, and people have been using now 4G data. Interestingly, what we see as part of Vi Business, the enterprise arm of Vodafone Idea, is the SME space is getting really active in the smaller towns. In fact, we run India's largest digital advisory service, you know, the We ReadyForNext program. And there we are seeing like almost a 55 to 60% digital maturity, which means smaller companies wanting to connect with their customers digitally, wanting to understand how digital marketing can help them with their cost of acquisition. So this is a very clear trend that we see, whether these are like manufacturing belts of Punjab or in the hosiery belt of Tamil Nadu. Yeah. That's a clear trend that we see across India when we look at Vi Business.
Right. With the expansion, the businesses will have to, in a way, reevaluate their strategies. So you as a company, are you prepared at reimagining your business strategies and your channel and distribution strategies?
Yeah, I think you know what digital has done is because now we can think of doing one-to-one marketing, right. And you know, and the way we look at ITC and we talk about CCM approach, cultural centric marketing.
Also, Varun, I'd like to come to you now. We cannot emphasize enough on the need for embracing emerging technologies such as AI and ML. Now, what are some of the innovative technology that your organization is employing to enhance your customers' experience in terms of experiencing your products digitally?
So yeah, you know, the point is that we've got so much data today. Internal data, external data, consumer data, data from websites, is just how you use it to make sure that customers get what they need, right? Everyone requires something. Food habits change every 100 kilometers in India, right? Everyone wants a very different flavor. So, you know, catering to many Indias is what we would like to do with the digital technologies which are available today and the data that is available. Actually, the biggest thing is the data.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
The change is the data.
It is the new oil.
Yeah. So making sure that you use that data to customize your products and target consumers in every corner of India is what we would like to do.
Yeah. Arvind, I want to understand from you, how are you dealing with these challenges, you know, in a way that you're able to bridge the gap between what you want to, you know, provide to the users and it actually reaching your end customers? You know, how are you kind of bridging the gap, and how are you tackling some of these other challenges like, you know, access to limited resources, infrastructure, talent pool?
I think it's very interesting that, of course, India is not one of the fastest, you know, growing economies without a reason, and growth is really at the heart of every conversation that we have when we are dealing with different customers and CXOs at Vi Business. But I think as much as we think about growth, we have to also look at what can go wrong and what is a speed bump. So you're going into deeper markets, your network architectures are getting more complex, your employee base is increasing, using devices, tablets, laptops, so you're using more. So the complexity brings in the whole element of security and security risk. One of the key things that we see is that a growing trend and realization that how do we ensure that we have safe and secure networks, and this whole huge amount of data that has to flow through, has to be analyzed and be converted into an insight. It's critical to have safe and secure infrastructure. So that we feel is a very pertinent need across large customers. Government bodies now are really focusing on that and smaller pieces. And second, of course, one of the key challenges is, of course, the cost to serve.
Right.
So as your cost to serve is increasing, digital-enabled acquisition models, as Srinivas alluded to, phygital, that becomes relevant in trying to balance the growth versus the cost element. And I think these are the two clear trends that we see with a lot of industries and verticals that we
The dynamic participants shared their Vi Business India experience and encapsulated their learnings from the Vi TeeWalk, thereby providing a vibrant conclusion to an unforgettable day.
It's fabulous. Amazing football, amazing atmosphere, superb.
It was outstanding.
Fantastic.
Mind-boggling.
Awesome.
The 13th edition of Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf ended by celebrating the efforts of these remarkable players. Vi Business India not only fostered the spirit of healthy competitiveness, but also highlighted the dedication and skill that make them true champions.
Well, that's all the time that we have for the first episode of Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf, where we saw industry visionaries evaluating strategic moves on the greens and unraveling ReadyForNext growth story for India Inc. with a sharp focus on digitalization and the Bharat business model. But hold on tight, because the journey is far from over. In our next episode, we get ready to witness much more excitement on the greens and to explore the cutting-edge landscape of digitization, Industry 4.0, immersing ourselves in the transformative realm of technological developments in India. Thank you for watching.
Vi Business presents Vi TeeWalk Executive Turf. Media partner CNBC-TV18. Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.